Are we being completely honest with ourselves and with others? That's probably one of the more vulnerable areas to talk about because of the fear underneath that question. The fear that lies within me, the fear that lied within me, that if I go ahead and vocalize and audibly say kind of the thoughts and the feelings that I'm having, the perception of what the other person might think, or the perception that I might have of myself by even uttering those words. The reason I bring this up in this question is because in 2013, I reached out to the VA twice. It was when I was getting ready to leave the FBI after about 4.5 years of being an agent, and not feeling contentment, not feeling the passion or the desire to continue on in that profession. And that was a little bit of an anomaly because it wasn't too often that agents did that. So I reached out to the VA to be like, hey, is there something off with me? Like, is something wrong with me? And I went in and I talked to a therapist twice, I remember. And I came out of it and she said, no, you're a motivated and driven individual who's looking for challenges, and that wasn't the right fit for you, but you can continue going on your path. And it wasn't until 2017 that I was finally diagnosed with PTSD and sought that, treatment, and had to go through some serious, you'll either get to your knees or Jesus will bring you to your knees moment for me. But I point back to 2013 because there was a time when I looked at that and I, would reflect, and I was a little bit angered and resentful at the VA and that therapist for what I would say not properly diagnosing me back then. But if I honestly reflect, and when I finally did honestly reflect about that moment, I told her what I wanted to hear. I told her what I thought she would want to hear. And I gave her just enough to say, well, I came in, I revealed, this, and this, but it was not all of me. It was not everything that was going on. And I think it was because of fear, my own internal fear that I had to reveal all of that. But I guess what I encourage anybody out there today to do is, when we do go out, and whether it's with a professional or whether it's with a loved one or whether it's with a close confidant, man, there is power when we're able to articulate into words and communicate what's going on in our thoughts and orally share them with another in a safe environment. The power that is taken from those thoughts and the ability to connect with others and to start processing them healthily in a safe place, I'd encourage you to do that, because I know until I finally had that ability to do that, that fear is real and that fear has a stronghold over us, but that fear will not win when we're able to communicate with others and share in a safe environment those thoughts, because you're not alone in them. We all have them, whether we're willing to accept them and acknowledge them and talk about them is two entirely different topics. So that's my thoughts on being truthful and honest to ourselves and to others.